Alright guys, welcome to the Shooting the Poop podcast channel. Although this is not going to be a podcast, I am here on my own. But I just wanted to make a quick video, maybe quick, maybe not, talking about what we had talked about very shortly on our last podcast. And that is the new amendment they're trying to push to the Lacey Act, restricting interstate travel, shipping, importation of any animals, really. I'm going to bring in a couple things just to show a little bit more. Try to delve into it a little bit more so than what I did on the podcast, bring up a little bit more information on it. But it's kind of fucked up. Pretty much what they're trying to do, and I'm going to bring in a little bit of a image here to help to demonstrate here. But we have, not sure, it says some YouTuber here has created this little pamphlet image here. But it gives you a quick rundown of it. But pretty much what's happening is they're trying to push in a bill lumped in with a bunch of other crap in, I forget what it was called, but it does say here, pushed under the radar through America Competes Act. Okay, so that's how they're trying to push it through. It's America Competes Act. I forgot, which is why I got the information here for you. But basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to rewrite the Lacey Act with a lot of different verbiage, okay, a lot of different wording of it to fuck everybody pretty much, okay. Previously what the Lacey Act would do is it would ban certain species of animals from being shipped across state lines, from being imported into the U.S. and everything. Now what they're primarily trying to do is to, instead of doing a blacklist, which is what they were doing to ban everything, now they're calling it a white list. They're going to approve certain species to be imported, to be shipped across state lines. However, they also change the wording from shipped across state lines to transported across state lines, meaning not only does it affect shipping, not only does it affect importation into the country, it also affects you moving across state lines. You going to a friend's house with your snake across state lines. You taking your animal to the vet across state lines. You do a traveling reptile show across state lines. You know, any of these animals you can have problems with. Now, it doesn't necessarily outlaw the animals that you already own. Okay, everything you have now is legal. Now, whether it'll be legal if you decide to move 2 states over, that's still yet to be seen. It all really depends on what they actually put onto this whitelist, what they approve for you to have to be transported, what they don't consider to be an injurious animal. Now, what they're going to consider an injurious animal, who the hell knows? Because the problem is this is at a federal level. Most of what they're talking about and the reasoning behind what they are doing here is going to be basically trying to inhibit anything like what has happened in Florida, where they have a bunch of invasive species of reptiles, between the iguanas, the pythons, the anoles, everything that's not supposed to be there that's there. They're trying to keep those invasive species, the species that can survive there, from being brought there further, okay? Basically what they don't want to do is to, well, basically it's the same as what they're already doing in Florida, in outlawing sales and importation of these animals into Florida. But the problem is this doesn't just apply to Florida. So I have a feeling, and what a lot of people are worried about, including myself, is that any of these species that could survive in Florida, that could be considered an injurious animal in Florida, now cannot be imported anywhere else in the country. Now cannot be transported into any other state in this country, which makes absolutely zero sense. Because why should I not be able to bring a Burmese python into Illinois when there's no way it's surviving the winter here anyways, no way it's going to become invasive, right? That's just stupid shit. But it's a whole blanket rule, try to make things easier on them, you know, they don't want to work too hard for all that taxpayer money. But really all that it comes down to be is just a bunch of bullshit, bureaucratic crap, okay? All it is more control for the government over every aspect of our lives, okay? It's removing freedoms. Freedoms don't always go for guns, okay? Your freedoms aren't all about guns. They aren't all about speech. It's about everything. You should have the freedom to be yourself, be who you are, do what the fuck you want. And that is what freedom truly is in this fucking country. Unfortunately, we don't have it in this country. So instead we get bullshit like this. But, you know, there are still, of course, people fighting it. There's people talking about it all the time. Right now it's already passed Congress, okay? This bill has already passed Congress with this portion in it. right now what they're pushing to do, and I don't even know, I haven't looked into the rest of what the bill entails, what else is included in that. All I've looked into is this amendment to the Lacey Act. But biggest thing they're trying to push is to, just like with anything else, just with your gun laws, with everything else that you do, everything else you want to fight against, any laws that you find unjust and unfair, email your senators, write them, email them, call them, bug them as much as you fucking can. Tell them not to let this bill pass, and at the least tell them not to let the amendment to the Lacey Act pass. I would hope you would, whether you own reptiles or not, because this isn't just reptiles, this isn't just animals, this is freedom. But this doesn't even just only apply to reptiles, it's any animal. That's birds, that's fish, that's reptiles, that's even mammals, who's to say they don't decide, hey, your guinea pig might become problematic and now you can't get guinea pigs anymore. Like, who knows? It could happen. Stupider shit has happened. Look at our government. So luckily we do have people fighting for us, okay? We do have people fighting against the amendment to the Lacey Act, fighting for reptile rights, but also not just reptiles, of course, every animal, but animal rights activists, but in the good way. But we have the United States Association for Reptile Keepers, okay, U.S.A.R.A, U.S.A.R.K, okay? I've got the website here. I'm going to pull it up a little bit, and you can see. All right, so here we have U.S.A.R.C, usarc.org, and you can see they've posted a bunch of articles about what's going on here. It's problematic. You can see threatens pets, zoos, aquariums, and biomedical research, which I don't know what that's all about, but it's just, they're trying. They are the ones that pushed a federal lawsuit against the Lacey Act just, I think, a couple of years ago now, that allowed us to ship large snake species across state lines again, because that was previously outlawed as well. But even that was just shipping. You could still bring them across state lines, but now it's getting worse. Since they won, now they decided they wanted to go back and rewrite that and just fuck us over even more. But I'm not saying, to become a member of USARC, but at least check it out. They got a lot more information on here than what I'm going to be able to get into here. Just trying to remember everything it's too much. It's just like anything else. It's just they overwhelm you with problems just to ruin your chances. But I'm going to link this in the description box below. I might try to find a few other articles to look at and find some more information on it. Just, at the least, and I know it's hard to get a lot of people just to fight for your gun rights, and that's what most of you guys probably watching this channel care about the most. But just fight for freedom. Write your senators, send emails, whatever you can, call them up and just tell them, bug them, please. Whether it affects you or not, it affects me, it affects a lot of people, and who knows, maybe one day it will affect you. It's just more restrictions, more help from the nanny state that we have in this country. Nobody wants to fucking do what they want to do. They all need to be told what to do, what's right, what's wrong. Why do we need that instruction? I don't know. Why do we need their clarification? Why are we asking permission for anything in the first place? Why do we need this? Why do we need a whitelist? Why do we need the government to tell us what animals we can and cannot keep? It makes no sense. But I'm going to wrap it up there. Like I said, post a couple links in the description box. Try to share some of the information that I've found with you guys. And if you like the video, like, share, comment, subscribe. Hopefully you already are. Or you never will, whatever. It is what it is, free country. So, I'm calling it a night here. Peace.